Hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, friends, wherever, whenever that you may be tuning in. This is Yonks with REtoken, the real estate DAO. And join with me, we've got friends that have been regularly participating for quite a while. We've got Blur's Day, Mrs. Yonks, and Amy. And this is now our 29th community call and had a big event this past weekend. We launched our very first Blockchain Bootcamp for Real Estate 101. And you can actually see on our app for tonight's community call, we have the NFT from that event, and going to continually praise Mrs. Yonks for doing an absolutely fabulous job. If you missed it, future participants will be able to watch the replays. May 14th is just around the corner here. And I got to hold on. Can somebody confirm if we're streaming on YouTube? I just got an unable to live stream to the custom service.
I got an email that we had started, so let me check and see if it's working.
So it says started streaming 71 seconds ago, so I'm not sure. That may be one of the other channels. YouTube was the one that most concerned about. So I'll actually close this down and go in on the thumbnail here and bring up Discord. I'm going to enable streamer mode here real quick. Best practices is something that we will continually talk about. That's some of the culture that we're creating here at REtoken, the real estate DAO, as well as Triple Win Foundation, 3-Win DAO. And that's something that is a work in progress, integrating REtoken, the real estate DAO, into Triple Win Foundation. And right now you can actually see on our page here on my screen share, this is Notion. This is one of the benefits that REtoken received as integrating into Triple Win Foundation, 3-Win DAO. We utilize Notion, and I've been personally enjoying it. It's a much better solution for agenda and meeting notes than what we were utilizing previously for our community calls. And if somebody could update the participants on Notion, that would be absolutely fabulous. And as far as the agenda tonight, this is something that I was talking a little bit about before we went live. We've actually got the tagline here for tonight's community call, We Biddle Real Estate Tokenization for Equitable Housing. And that's kind of an evolution, and I don't know if evolution is the right word. We've been talking here in the past about equitable, affordable housing. And when I really started getting in and having some conversations, I mean, I went to a meetup literally a couple weeks ago or a month ago here in Colorado that was for affordable housing. And another conversation that Mrs. Yonks and I had with somebody in Florida was they really conceptualized affordable housing around the government incentivized programs for affordable housing. So, and when I saw that Freddie Mac here, and this is something I'll link up everybody on the live stream channel, and this is one of the things I'm going to get better at. Thank you, Blurs, for saying hi, everyone. And here's a key moments. We're talking about discussing equitable housing. And this Freddie Mac URL really brought it home as far as the belief of leaning into equitable housing as far as more of a content differentiator and project differentiator for ourselves too. And that's one of the things that I really believe, like Freddie Mac article on equitable housing. And Freddie Mac is a huge player in the single family space. And can you kind of like Tyler expand on what role Freddie Mac plays, or somebody else here if they want to run with that?
Yeah, Freddie Mac is a government guarantor of loans. So if you have a traditional mortgage and you go to Chase or Wells Fargo or Chase or Wells Fargo or whatever, then the bank owns 100%. The government has different agencies that help different people. There's one that helps veterans. There's one that helps or income people. There's different agencies that do different things, but it's just a government basically backing of mortgage.
Yeah, and you can see here that this is the Freddie Mac single family division, and they've got a page specifically for equitable housing. And one of the other things too, when here lately, I've been exercising, been going on more walks, been listening to more audio content via Audible. Huge Audible fan. We host our book club on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time, and that's something that you can find on our meetup group. But getting back here, one of the things that I believe will be easy for us, and looking here at the Google search results for equitable housing, and just a little advanced tip on Google: if you put a search in quotes like this, it will only show the results of things that match there. And this is my incognito tab here. And the thing that really resonated with me is that there's currently only 96,000 search results. And to kind of I'm going to actually take a screenshot of this. And this is something that I'm going to add to our blog post. I'm going to go back to that in a minute here. But let's actually do another search here for affordable housing with that same strategy, putting it in quotes so that you all can see what it looks like. So looking at affordable housing, 71 million search results exist for affordable housing on Google. So the opportunity for us on our website, and I've actually got the page here for our community call. And this is one of the things that we're working on getting better at on our content strategy. And I'll share that with everybody here. Key moments. This is linked to tonight's community call on our website. And that's one of the things we launched and decided on in REtoken relaunch December 2021. We decided to utilize RET.team. I'm a huge proponent of together everyone achieves more acronym as far as really creating some team ethos here within our organization. So anyway, expect us to be talking more about that. But I'm going to just and this is something I haven't heard as many screams here from Brooks. So can you help facilitate the conversation to get some feedback from the team here, Tyler, as far as this tagline, "We Biddle Real Estate Tokenization for Equitable Housing"?
Sure. So, Amy, did you have any thoughts on that? Okay, she may be away. Blurs, do you have any thoughts on this tagline?
I was AFK for the past 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. So if you look at your screen, we biddle real estate tokenization for equitable housing. What do you think? Is it
oh cool? Yeah, we talked about before in the pre-call, if that's what we'd like to call it. I think it works.
Okay, great. What do you think, Amy? Okay, she may be away. Okay, I think we're all for it. So back to you, Jason.
Yeah, and my thoughts here too, and this is something that I've discussed previously. I really like utilizing our DAO governance process as a component of our content strategy. And this is something that I feel really strongly about, that I think that we should run through our temp check and then also through an official vote, just to forever etch this tagline, because this is something that I again am feeling really confident about. Going here on a slight tangent, this bubbled up a little bit, and I'm going to just go to docs.ret.team real quick here. Docs.ret.team. This is our Gitbook, and this is something that we'll have some more conversations on. But I really enjoyed when we went through the process of writing the light paper here, We Biddle. And this was something that can kind of be manifested through this idea that put forward here when we created the WeBiddle passive income. This is the light paper that we created as a team in December, maybe November, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was talking about creating a second light paper or white paper, WeBiddle equitable affordable housing. So this is just, again, kind of an evolution of an idea, and really like just taking out the affordable and just make it WeBiddle equitable housing. And I like adding in the real estate tokenization, because that's really what we believe is the big opportunity to really create community owned and operated dynamics. So, and again, we'll be talking more about what we want Getbook to look like as far as integrating within WordPress and a content strategy going forward here in 2022. So go ahead, Blurs.
Yeah, what you're just saying there, I actually think that eliminating affordable is more powerful than having it in there.
I agree, because 100%, because I really found that the equitable affordable housing is too easily confused with affordable housing, and just leaning in from a content tilt on equitable housing and like just being able for us to rank on our content with equitable housing, and then it won't be confused with affordable housing. So I absolutely agree.
Fair housing is fair housing, right?
Yep.
So yeah.
All right. So, and again, that's, and I already alluded on our working group as far as creating some content, because we've been, and this is something that was talking a little bit about gm.xyz, and I'm going to add this as a key moment on our live stream here. Key moments, created a community post on gm.xyz for tonight's community call. And this is in our what we put forward in December as far as really building a platform agnostic community. We received so much feedback, and that's one of the things about Discord being overwhelming and confusing. And as I mentioned on our working group Sunday, I'm going to put forward a plan to completely revamp REtoken Discord server. This is a component of integrating into Triple Win Foundation, but then also like utilizing tools. And one of the things that I was thinking of, and this is one of the things that I believe is a missing component of gm.xyz that would really, I think, make it be a lot stronger for me saying this is the right solution, is if gm.xyz supported custom domains. And what I mean by that, like the opportunity for us to have community.ret.team and then like whatever the URL be on gm.xyz, so that we could really own like whatever, whether, because the great thing about when it's on a domain that we own, the opportunity for that content that we kind of embed throughout our ecosystem to exist, where you don't have broken links and stuff like that. But that's a feature request that I'm going to put forward, and if it doesn't exist already. But let me share this link here on the Discord real quick on our live stream. And this is, again, something that, and I thought that that's kind of funny. I don't think that it should be creating this, but anyway, that's just one of the things that I notice. Yeah, right.
Okay, we're gonna create little meme NFTs. That's nice.
Well, and that is my PFP NFT for Yonks.eth. So it does have some relevance there. So it's not a completely arbitrary NFT. So that's my Buffacorn from ETH Denver.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. So just one reason they may not move forward with the request is because if they're trying to be Reddit-like, it's not like people have Reddit domains of their own, for their own subreddits.
Yeah, and so, I get that, and
it doesn't hurt to ask, though.
because the other opportunity is Metaforo, and that's one of the things. And I don't know where Metaforo is at as far as supporting Polygon. Metaforo has a lot of nice capabilities, one of which is that it does have some really tight snapshot integration. And this is, again, just one of some various tools that we have looked at here. And really the main functionality that we're wanting to fulfill is events and then governance. And that's one of the things why I'm going to create a video. I'm going to go through the process right now out of the things that I'm looking at, liking gm.xyz more than Metaforo. But the thing that I do like about Metaforo compared to gm.xyz is that they have snapshot in it. I mean, there's actually a couple things, but anyway, that'll be, and my expectation are that tools to support DAOs will only get better and better here in 2022 and beyond. So,
and not to throw another fun wrench to the system, but we got Mastodon too, which is an option.
Yeah, no, post it in the live stream channel there, Blurs, and that's something. Okay. I love looking at the tools, and it's not like as you've seen, it's not something that we're spending an exorbitant amount of resources on. The main focus for us personally here from Yonk's team, Tyler and myself here, the next couple of weeks is really getting our webinar marketing strategy dialed in for Blockchain Bootcamp for real estate. Here is RET.team, and we have a very, very much needed website WordPress refresh. But the Blockchain Bootcamp for Real Estate 101, next one is on May 14th, 2022, which is a Saturday. And let me actually, I'm going to get back on our agenda here real quick, although I don't have a tight agenda prepared, but I'm going to set an alarm here real quick. And this is one I'm going to make reoccurring because this is our weekly community call. So I'm going to add an alarm here because one of the things that I've really enjoyed doing is adding our airdrops where we drop our social token. So I'll add an alarm here so that it buzzes on my my Apple Watch. Okay, so agenda topics. Open invitation for people to contribute. And this is one of the things that we want to get better at is inviting people here. We've got a lot going on. I really like that we're getting our focus. We build real estate tokenization for equitable housing. Now, how that we're going to do that, and that's one of the things I'm going to actually open up in another tab here. This is a dated Figma diagram, but this is kind of a very, very high level as far as how that we're going to create the equitable housing. What we've done here, we've moved REtoken into the Triple Win Foundation ecosystem here, and this Figma is dated from November last year. It needs to be updated, and that's something that I might get around to. I might even try using that mermaid thingy that we were playing around with on our tools working group as far as creating an easier diagram than opening up another tool, but that's another conversation. So upcoming events. So let's actually take a look here at our Triple Win Foundation Google Calendar. And real quick before I do that, no, I'm gonna do this.
Hey, Yonks, totally non sequitur here, but I'm probably gonna have a pull up with me saying that non sequitur at some point. I'm pretty sure. But if you go back to that image of the
Figma,
yeah, this that's one? Right here.
Yeah.
You could easily rebuild that in Mermaid, just saying.
I was actually thinking that the other day because I'm already filling tool sprawl, and this is actually one of the things, RET.team/tools, and tools we've been talking about. We had a great working group last night about tools, and that's our Notion page where you can kind of take a look. And since I'm talking about it, let me just bounce in here, tools and services stack. And it's a long list, like a long list of considering, a long list of trial, and this is pretty up to date. And I actually need to move a couple of these to trial, like request finance. Make and this is one of the things I'll update Make and Zapier from considering to trial here. After I create the trial account, I had another window open that is still open where I still needed to create the password for our Zapier trial account. Like I said the other night, Blurs, I'll get that shared with you via LastPass. That's another best practice that we like to utilize passwords, and LastPass is a great password tool. Anyway, that's another conversation here. So getting back to our calendar. So this is our weekly community call, office hours. I don't think that Tyler will be available, but I'll hop on. This is something that we're trying to get better at having on a weekly basis. Office hours with the Yonks team is a very casual thing that we host via Discord, and that's one of the reasons that we host that on Discord. We build in public. So this is a Zoom live stream here. This is one of the very few opportunities that we're not on the record where you can ask things more casually. And that's tomorrow at 1. And I don't know if we've got that on the Sesh calendar. That's actually a new tool that we put in place. Sesh is a Discord bot. Let's actually just take a look here real quick. Open Kimono. What is Open Kimono, Blurs?
Just imagine a Japanese kimono being open, and we're not hiding anything.
Gotcha. No, for
That's
sure.
what the term means. Yeah, it's a
Awesome.
figure of speech.
Yeah, we build in public, and that's something that I enjoy doing, and we're working on being more purposeful with the content that we're creating via our live streaming strategy. And one of the tools that we're going to be using for that is Descript, and that's one of the tools that, like I think I showed this page here earlier, but I've actually got here on our blog post on RET.team for tonight's community call. Copy and paste output from Descript here. So the idea is to take the video recording, and that, again, that's something that we'll talk about here as we are working to improve the workflow surrounding our content, really looking to utilize some of these workflow automation and automation tools to help make that easier. Anyway, I'm going to curb creating the session event for the office hours tomorrow because looking at the time here. So looking here, and I don't know if we review any previous carryover items. I don't think we really need this on the community call. That's something I like having on the working groups. The community call I'd really like to be once and done with, and not think about carrying over. And then DWork, I still need to clean up some stuff on DWork. Already talked a little bit about the DAO governance snapshot stuff. This is one of the things, vote.ret.team put a custom domain in place. That was kind of fun. And thinking out loud here, I'm actually thinking that would really like to create, we've talked about utilizing, and I'm going to connect my wallet here in a normal window. We've talked about using, and I think I installed the POAP plugin. Let me see on one of these proposals if it has it here. Yeah, so POAP hasn't been set up for this proposal. So this proposal that we've got for, and maybe even for the, because one of the other proposals that we're going to put forward is the one to update our Gnosis safe multi-sig. That's another best practice that we have in place here. So what I was thinking of is that I think that this would be a great opportunity to create some custom POAPs. We haven't used POAPs for the voting process, and I would really like to rock the vote, if you will, on this WeBiddle real estate tokenization for equitable housing. And that'll be a RIP, which is a REtoken improvement proposal. This is the most recent one that we did, and this one was done almost, well, it was done over a month ago. And that's we were building heavily with and not needing to do a whole lot of DAO governance when we were focused on building Blockchain Bootcamp for real estate. But that's one of the things that would like to see. So just thinking about creating a bounty in DWorks. So on that, is that something that we should potentially have like a contest around? I mean, we didn't do too good with our last POAP contest, but this WeBiddle real estate tokenization for equitable housing. I really want to have be an important aspect here in Q2. Thoughts on POAP contest?
I think it's a little early.
Little early?
Yeah.
I love contests. Yes, we totally failed our last POAP contest, but graphic design is a really valuable skill set that I don't know that we have a ton of in our community right now. So let's
actually take a look at the calendar, because I'm going to also agree with Blurs. Is I would like to actually see more volume in our community. So taking a look at our calendar, and this is actually something we've got what is it here on May 14th and then June the 12th. So what I'm thinking is that if we put this for a Q2 opportunity, but then like looking here, let me actually switch this to, let me actually just take even a bigger step back and go to a year view. So we're here on April the 27th. So we've got our next, and let me see if this is even on the calendar here. So we don't have, so this is one of the things too, just looking that I did a little differently for just to get a little day variation from Blockchain Bootcamp for real estate. So May the 14th is Saturday, and this one is on the calendar. Let me actually duplicate this event, duplicate, and let's put this next one for June the 12th. And I'm not going to change the time. So that's something. So that's something that we get, again, a little days variation. So what I'm thinking is if we put this out here, it'll still be something that we can deliver a POAP contest, but just put it on the roadmap for like maybe week 25 is kind of what I'm thinking. Is that something that I could get you on board with, Blurs, from a timing standpoint?
Wait, what was this? I'm in multiple conversations apparently now. What was that?
So a POAP contest for this WeBiddle real estate tokenization for equitable housing the week after or around this week 24 or week 25. So we've got Blockchain Bootcamp coming up on June 12th. So that'll be 2 more Blockchain Bootcamps that we hold. And then so that we can still deliver this as a Q2 initiative, this POAP design contest, but it'll give us a little opportunity to kind of prepare for it and kind of like put that in as a fun component in these Blockchain Bootcamps.
I can see that. Yeah, we could do that. Okay,
cool. Well, let's put that as far as a decision item, and that'll give us plenty of opportunity to prepare. And then also we can make that the proposal, the snapshot proposal, so that whenever somebody votes on that snapshot proposal, because one of the other things that we're incorporating into our snapshot governance is the NFT holders here for Blockchain Bootcamp for real estate. They will be able to participate in the vote and then receive a very cool POAP for whatever that ends up being. So let's put that on the time horizon there for, again, that was like week 24, week 25. So I'm going to add that to a decision. So let me just bring this in here. So this is my edit window. So decision, POAP design, if I could spell contest for.
Hey Jason, did we
Yes,
ever
Amy.
give out the POAP prize for the last POAP contest?
We didn't, and that's something that we can explore. And I would really like to create anyway. Let's take that conversation offline and figure out how that we want to handle that, because I do like making good on any things that we put forward like that. So this one, POAP design contest for WeBiddle real estate tokenization for equitable housing. This will be 2022 week 24 or week 25 after RET camp on June 12th, 2022, which is a Sunday. And again, that's to get a little variation as far as Saturday, Sunday, because one of our targets here is the real estate professionals. And this is something too, that getting feedback, we may find that we may want to host one of these coming up here on middle of the week. We may get better turnout from our real estate professionals, but that's something that we can get feedback from, and we will get great at obtaining feedback from our community here in 2022. Anyway, I've got my Apple Watch going off here. This is the time that we've got for doing our airdrop during our community call. I'm going to pull this off and go back to the incognito window.
Let the record show that Baby Yonks is the alarm.
True. Well, and like Tyler was saying, she's down the hall with the door closed, so she is a very loud alarm. But anyway, you got the participation ready to go here, Tyler?
Yeah, it's ready.
Awesome. Thank you again for doing that. And this is something too, just to put it out here, one of the opportunities that I've been speaking about and will continue to speak about, haven't spoken about it that much here in the near term, but would really like to get a live stream producer for our events. And that would obviously be a very evergreen opportunity. We love doing the live streams here. OBS is something that I would like to do. It's just not something that I've had the time to figure out. And then not only that, but the and I'm juicing the YouTube comments here because the Discord comments go over here too. So that's the same. So I'm giving myself and Blurs just as an FYI there, Tyler. So anyway, and this, just to let everybody, like, this is our Google Sheets, and this is thank you again, Tyler, for creating that. And this is actually community call season 0, community call 29, 29th community call here. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time is our regularly scheduled community call. And what I do with this is I just copy and paste the our wallet addresses and the tokens into a notepad file right here. And then I do a replace, edit, find and replace, because I got to replace, because it gives me a tab separated on here. And then I replaced it with a comma so that I can copy in a comma separated value on Coinvice. And Coinvice is the social token platform that we minted our social tokens on Polygon. The reason that we build on Polygon is that the gas is very, very reasonable to build on. I think most of the transactions are less than a penny. So anyway, Coinvice, here we go. And I think I'm logged in. Let me make sure. So I'm currently logged into the MetaMask hot wallet for REtokenDAO.eth. And let me make this a little bit bigger here for everybody, just maximize that. So airdrops, it's a 2-step process. And we just did one here last night for our tools working group. And FYI, the people that were on the tools working group last night can also do the airdrop for affiliate marketing DAO, because that's really where most of those tools are going to be housed, as far as because the other opportunity too, and this is just thinking out loud, when we deliver an absolutely successful affiliate marketing program with Blockchain Bootcamp for real estate, the opportunity of doing that for other projects in our own ecosystem or externally, like Bankless DAO, for example, has a very successful consulting program that they provide. And that's the opportunity that we could potentially do as well. Tyler loves doing the consulting stuff. And that's a longer conversation for another day, but that's just thinking long-term as far as creating more opportunities for ourselves with all that we're learning, with all that we're building here. So this is new, import addresses from Twitter. That's interesting. Haven't seen that. So that's one of the things I love about Coinvice is that they're constantly adding new capabilities. And this is another opportunity for us to probably spend some time on. Maybe next quarter, don't really want to spend more cycles. So this is a two-step process. The first step is to approve the REtoken, and I'm going to make this a little bigger. Here we go. So step one, approve the REtoken, and I think it looks a little better because it does a weird thing with MetaMask when I'm on a full screen. So approve REtoken, and it's going to bring open MetaMask to assign the first transaction, and on Matic, I like bumping this up to high so that our transactions get priority from a processing standpoint, because Matic is very affordable. So the second step is to create the airdrop. And again, this is also something that bump up the transaction. This is the second step. And instead of doing it medium, bump it up to a high priority. True story, and I'll show everybody here. Here's the multi-sig transaction. When we launched REtoken, sent over to Matic, and we've done a large amount of multi-sigs. Let me actually go back here real quick to the dashboard here on Coinvice, because this is, again, one of the reasons that I love using Coinvice. And here is the, I'll throw this in the live stream here too, Coinvice profile for REtoken DAO. There's the link for that. And here is the multi-sig transaction. Let me refresh this, and you can see there on the blockchain on Polygon scan. And that's something that we'll add to our Notion page over here. And the airdrop is just a bookmark real quick for the multi-sig transaction so that we've got that in our meeting agenda and notes. And then also here, key moment, we just completed our REtoken airdrop via Coinvice. And here is the Polygon scan.com multi-sig TX record. All right, so getting back on our agenda, got our airdrop done, looking over here. So this is the time during our live streams that we want to make sure that the decisions and the next actions have been captured. So I know that I put one decision over here, so let me expand this. So POAP design contest, this was the biggest thing that we spoke about here tonight. Did we have any decisions or next actions that didn't get captured that we haven't already captured in previous conversations?
In this meeting, I don't think so.
I don't either. Oh, here was our thumbnail from our working group. I really enjoyed our working group last night. I'm really looking forward to putting some of these tools in place to kind of substantiate. This is one of the things that I did spend a little bit of additional cycles on in preparation for tonight's live stream, was updating the steps. And not only that, as far as kind of what tool that this step is occurring in. And I don't even know if this is all conclusive. Some of this stuff, now that we have the sesh bot, and let me actually take a look over here, because the sesh, I don't know exactly when it creates the new event. Let's see. Does it create it right at the end? Does anybody know?
I missed that. What was that?
So now that we have Sesh on Patreon as a premium service, and what is it, like $5 a month or something? I can't remember. It's pretty, but it's like going to our Sesh dashboard. This event for our weekly community call is a weekly recurring, and that's one of the things that I was trying to see when it created the new one going forward. And this is,
I don't know. I have not played with that yet.
It must not be yet. And that's one of the things. It might wait until this event is done, but that's one of the things that we do provide, just as an FYI to everybody, is we do provide, and I don't, let me see if that's actually, because that, did we get that? Yeah, so like, this is one of the things that we provide an extra retoken for RSVPing in Discord on our SeshBot. And one of the reasons, if you're wondering why do we do that, it's so that we have social proof. Social proof, like nobody wants to participate in something that nobody is committed to attending. So one of the things that we do for those that RSVP on Discord, and this is something that I don't think that will necessarily change, even though that we're looking at some of these other tools. We do love the social proof and do love Discord, although we will be doing less and less in Discord, and that's just to use Discord what it's great at, chatting real time. But that'll be an ongoing conversation here more in 2022 as we continue to really refine, elevate our content strategy, the value proposition that we're creating. Like one of the things that I would really like to kind of like leave as a resonating thought, one of the things that I believe would be a value added proposition is on some interval basis, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, no less frequent than monthly, have us REtoken and or Triple Win Foundation. And it should probably roll up to Triple Win Foundation just so that we can create a nice summary within our ecosystem as far as what's occurring on a regular basis so that we can communicate that via email, blog post, newsletter, and how that we want to do that. So that's just something, again, and I'll add this as a talking point for our working group. That's something here to kind of leave with everybody. And this is something, I'm going to delete this. This is actually something that I'll do that offline. My computer, I think, is getting too many windows open, but that was the event there on the working group on June 12th that would then conflict, see page unresponsive. So I'm going to close that window and come back to that later. So anyway, any final thoughts here? We've only got a couple minutes left. I like being respectful of everybody's time here. 29th community call, everybody's in the book. So I'm going to go on mute and let some other people give some final thoughts as we're bringing her home here tonight.
Yeah, I think we're good to go. It's been a good couple meetings this week.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.
Okay, thanks, everybody.